Yay, it's Friday, last video for English this week. This is on page 160 in your book, and we're talking more again about possessive pronouns and this long word that we have talked about in class called an antecedent. The prefix an ante in the word antecedent, ante means to come before, and that's what these words are. So let's just look at them and it will make more sense when you see it. To have an antecedent, wow, you must have a possessive pronoun. Remember her, your, their, okay? Here's the sentence. Jill washed her car. This is the possessive pronoun right there. That's the first step. If you choose not to use a possessive pronoun, you would have to use the noun again, and then your sentence would sound like this. Jill washed Jill's new car. That kind of sounds silly. So they use the possessive pronoun her to refer back to or go back to Jill. So Jill is called the antecedent. So what you need to know is when they're talking about her in this sentence, who is her? Who is her? Well, her is talking about Jill. So we call Jill the antecedent. All right. An antecedent is the noun or pronoun to which the possessive noun refers. So fancy words for, in this sentence, Jill is the antecedent of the word her. Her is the pronoun, Jill is the noun. Her is talking about Jill. Her refers back to Jill. Therefore, Jill is the antecedent. Okay. Here's more examples. The men talked about their new job. A. There is the possessive pronoun. Men is a noun to which there refers back to in the sentence. So the men talked about there. If I said there who, there is talking about the men. So therefore men is the antecedent. All right. The men talked about the men's new job. Yikes. Okay. Men is the antecedent. All right. An antecedent will not be a word in a prepositional phrase. So again, we're going to want to cross out those prepositional phrases. The lamb with black ears followed its mother. So we cross out with black ears. So now the lamb followed its mother. There is my possessive pronoun. Who is it's talking about? Remember, it's referring back to something. So it has to have come before. It's going this direction, this way, okay? So it's talking about the lamb. The lamb followed its mother. So the antecedent would be lamb. Antecedents agree in gender. Gender means they're talking about, is it a boy goat or is it a girl goat? So that's what gender means. If you use her in the antecedent, then in the sentence, then the antecedent will be a female. So here, Joan wants a doll for his daughter. Well, his is talking about Joan, and I know you wouldn't want me to call you his if you weren't a boy. So I don't do that. So the correct form would be Joan wants a doll for her daughter. So antecedents not only just agree in gender, they agree in number. So if you use her in a sentence, it's going to be singular because her is one thing. It's not two things. Joan wants a doll for their daughter. Since there is talking about Joan is only one person. I don't say their, I would say her daughter because it refers back to an antecedent that's singular. If the pronoun is singular, the antecedent should be singular. If the pronoun is plural, then this should have been plural, like Joan and her mother want a doll for their daughter. Okay. All right, so Joan could be the mother, and the grandmother could be the other mother. So Joan and her mother, because that would be grandma to the daughter, wants a doll for her daughter. Okay. All right. Good luck with antecedents. I think they're fun.